What's up, everybody? Yeah, come on in. What's up, Mongo? Yeah, come on in. What's up, Melanie? Yeah, come on in. What's up, Dorothy? Yeah, come on in. We'll give them another minute, y'all. Then we'll get started. Gonna get this one out here. All right. How about we begin? What's up, D Nice? How about we begin? We gonna go get into this one real quick. Cause it's a good TV show, but it's not real popular on Netflix. And it's called Into the Badlands. Real powerful show. Real dope. And it's some things in the show that I want to talk about that I would like to bring to y'all attention. What's up, Anna? So, let us begin with this one. Let us begin. So, Into the Badlands, which Anna, who you've been in my mouth just thinking about Into the Badlands. Yeah, To the Badlands is very powerful. And we gonna get it in. What's up, Alexis? We gonna go and get it in real quick. So, Into the Badlands, we introduced to the in the first season, we introduced to this character by the name of Sonny. He the main character. And you introduced to Clippers, who are part of a group of warriors who work for a particular baron. I forget his name now, but they go out and they pretty much the warrior class, and they go out and do the dirt for their particular baron. Sonny is a regent who is the greatest warrior there. You see what I'm saying? Also known as regents is pretty much known as killers in the TV show. So now, You got the barons warring over different resources, territory, you know, people. You know, it's the usual shit, right? So, Until the Badlands takes place 500 years after the world ends, right? After the old world ends, which is the world we in now. The old world is the world we in now. So, they slowly incorporate concepts known as the concept of Azra, the Golden City, as time goes on. But here he is with Sonny. He dealing with his life as a clipper, killer, and he's starting to have second thoughts because his wife gets pregnant. His wife, which I forget her name. I think it was Bill or something like that. He begins to have second thoughts in the relationship. So, what's up, Tasha? So he began to question, his life as a killer. Cause it's starting to weigh down on him now. He got a whole bag full of motherfuckers he didn't assassinated for his baron. You see what I'm saying? And he used to kill without question for the most part. Right? Now shit go down, all hell break loose in the Badlands, and all the barons go to war with each other. So season 2, the war intensifies. What's up, Joanna? The war intensifies until it just become one big open warfare for all the barons. All the barons are pretty much at war now with each other. So shit pops off. Sonny has his wife gets killed, and he has his kid. He has to take care of his kid now. You see what I'm saying? His baron also gets killed. So, as time goes on, this concept of Azra begins to seep back in. There's another character in here by Baji, who is a monk or a fallen monk, I guess you could say. And he takes the information for Azra, and then he sends out a distress call to Azra, right? So, what happens is, it sends out this distress call, and the last son of Azra, or who we know is the last son of Azra, shows up, and his name is Pilgrim, and he has a spiritual counterpart, the priestess, who is known as Cressida. So they show up, and that's when things get interesting. That's when we find out more about this Azra. So this is what's going on here. This is the current thing. So Pilgrims enters the picture in season 3, and they bring the knowledge of Azra with them, or at least some of it anyway. So Sonny's kid has what you like to call the gift. Now the gift in this TV show is pretty much melanin, cause when they activate the gift, if they could or something like that, the gift activate automatically and they go into berserker mode. But upon further training, you can learn to control the gift with your mind. You see what I'm saying? And it give you enhanced strength, speed, durability. It also high levels of it. You can either use it. You can either force push, telekinesis. Your force start to activate. See what I'm saying? So that's what the gift is. And there's a group of beings called the Dark Ones who are naturally born with the gift. You see what I'm saying? The Dark Ones are the melanated ones, of course. So they tell me what it is in this show. So they are highly advanced beings in this regard because they are already naturally in tune with their melanin. They're born with a high level of midichlorians. You see what I'm saying? They say in Star Wars. Or boson, as we know, or melanocytes in your physical body. You see what I'm saying? Melanocytes. You see what I'm saying? And all melanocytes have concentrated amounts of bosons, which are the midichlorians in your body. And even Higgs bosons is what's the midichlorians in the universe. You see what I'm saying? The dark matters of the universe, right? And the dark energy of the universe, all that houses midichlorians known as bosons and gluons, right? So even the atom, even the nucleus of an atom is glued together by what scientists call an invisible force. You see what I'm saying? So this invisible force is not the elementary particles that's in this invisible force are bosons, and the elementary particles of bosons is gluons, as they say. You know, a little quantum physics for you. So as the show goes on, as season 3 goes on, they get real deep into the backstory of the Azra and the Dark Ones. So they go on and tell you that Azra was known as the Golden City. Now in season 3, they actually tell you what Azra was. Azra was not a myth. Azra was actually a place. What's up, Malik? What's up, Yasmin and Brandon? Azra was an actual place. So it looked like this in the TV show. This is what it looks like. It looks like this in the TV show. That's the Golden City. But y'all know it in the Bible as New Jerusalem. Because remember now, this takes place after this world. It's 500 years later after this world has ended. You see, so after this age has ended. See what I'm saying? So it's 500 years later. What's up, Miss Mimi? So this 500 years later, so Azra is rebuilt. Because there were there's 2 Azras so far. As they're telling you, the original Azra, once they find the Meridian Chamber, which we all know the Meridian Chamber ain't nothing but your Meridian system. It's just a physical, technological representation of it. And this is how Pilgrim gets his gift. Sonny, whose kid is sick because he has the gift, they conduct a ritual in the Meridian Chamber where they transfer his gift, Sonny's kid's gift, to Pilgrim, right? So Pilgrim gets the gift, right? So he ascends to the level of God. Because if you got your gift, then you God in this show for the most part, right? You pretty much a God. So what's going on here is once he gets this gift, once he fully activates his melanin, then he goes and fulfill what he was taught by his elders before Azra was destroyed, which he was supposed to rebuild Azra. But in order for him to rebuild Azra, he has to destroy the old world. You see what I'm saying? Or the world that he's currently living in, this in-between, this twilight period that we're in right now. It's a post-apocalyptic period. You see what I'm saying? So the Into the Badlands is telling you what's happening as we speak. After the system shut down, after the age is over with, there's an in-between period, a post-apocalyptic period, where you pretty much, it's pretty much all about survival. You see what I'm saying? It's all about matters of survival and spirituality. That's what it's all about. So, Pilgrim gets the gift. Now, you got another character in the show by the name of Ada, who is the master monk of the monastery in this TV show. She also trains people, teach people how to use their gifts. But once they learn how to use their gift, she still locks them down up there. She keeps them trapped in the monastery, which is another form of control. You see what I'm saying? It's another form of control. So she's in her meditations, and once Pilgrim gets the gift, that's when she fucking launches a series of counter events to shut him down. She's trying to stop him from destroying the Badlands. He's not going to destroy the Badlands per se. He's going to destroy the old societies that exist in the Badlands. See what I'm saying? The Badlands is just the Badlands. It's just a place. But the people in the Badlands, the societies, which had pretty much already fallen due to war anyway, due to nothing but constant war. See what I'm saying? What's up, Rand? What's up, Angela? Due to nothing but constant war anyway. So he came into the picture to finish up. They had already destroyed each other through constant civil war. So he came in to clean up shit, you know, and unite the Badlands up under one banner, which is Azra. He was going to rebuild it. See, that was his task. That was his job that the elders gave him before Azra burned to the ground. You see what I'm saying? So he had to do this. That's what he was taught to do. That's what he's the last son of Azra. But come to find out, Sonny is also a son of Azra. Now, this is where it get real deep, and this is where I'm gonna have to tell y'all to, work with me here. When you get to his storyline, you find out he's also a son of Azra. But he's actually the traitor son of Azra. He was the direct descendant of the leader of the Azrites at the time. And there's another group in the show called the Black Lotus. Now, the Black Lotus represents, in the Bible, they tell you that the Archons, the Cabal, will go underground for a time period. And people will have a certain period of enlightenment for 1,000 years. Well, they only gave them 500 in the TV show. So for 500 years, they had a period of enlightenment. And then it says that in the book of Revelation, that old serpent of old, or that old Archon of old, then we Yaldabaoth of the demiurge here, will rise again and wreak havoc upon the earth, right? So they came back in the form of the Black Lotus tribe, who came to destroy New Jerusalem. You see what I'm saying? Or New Azra. See what I'm saying? They came to destroy it, because Azra was nothing but a city of dark ones, or melanated ones, the melanated gods and goddesses, because they all had the gift. You see what I'm saying? So this is what we dealing with. What's up, Eugenia? So this is what we dealing with. They all had the gift, this melanin, this godlike force, this dark jazzy intelligence that live in you, and it makes you, and it gives you these treasures of darkness that gives you the power of God. You see what I'm saying? And there are three aspects to this melanin. There's three they show in the show, and it's three different colors. Now I'm gonna show you. It's three different eye colors that show you the different forms. Let me get you a picture here. This is the first eye color that you see. This is the main eye color. Their eyes are black, which is the warrior aspect of your melanin, which is just you tapping into your raw force, your Jedi energy. You see what I'm saying? Just raw force, motherfucking pure martial arts, advanced Jedi skills, advanced Jedi arts, advanced Sith teachings, however you want to look at it. And upon further levels, you even get to a point where you unlock your telekinetic abilities. Force choke, force pull, force push, which they even display some of those abilities in the show. The Master of Force Push MK. The fucking, the Widow Force Pulled MK. You see what I'm saying? And goddamn, even Pilgrim was able to use some of his abilities. He could touch you and shut down your gift just off hitting the pressure point. So they showing you what your gifts is. What's up, Mark? What's up, Kevin? They showing you what your gifts is here. So they shutting down. They even had the ability to cut it off. So that's so that's the warrior class of the gifted ones. They were just straight masters, straight Jedi warriors. You see what I'm saying? Jedi masters in this case, or Jedi knights, however y'all like to look at it, or Sith warriors, or Sith lords, whichever your favorite way of saying it. So they was harnessing their melanin, their force, to do seemingly amazing things. So they tell you that this shit is real. And the dark ones, in this case, the dark ones, they were using their gifts, and they were getting ready to fuck up the reason why the old world got destroyed is because these dark ones destroyed it. Because your melanin is a super weapon of mass destruction. Now your soul is a weapon of mass destruction, but your melanin is a super weapon of mass destruction. They say in your pineal gland, there's a black dot in your pineal gland. This black dot, known as the D1 point, is said to go off at the end of the age. Is literally a nuclear weapon, a nuclear bomb, and it's said to go off at the end of the age. And when it go off, when it awakens, when that consciousness explode, that conscious force explode, it goes off. And when it goes off, it literally destroys the matrix, which is what you're seeing when y'all wake up and y'all see the dream fall apart, that's the atomic bomb going off in your pineal gland, shattering this shit. You see what I'm saying? Shattering the matrix. What's up, Kevin? Shattering the matrix. You see what I'm saying? And so this is what's going on here. So these dark ones, these melanated ones, destroyed the old world, as they should have, because the old world was hunting them down and killing them, was murdering them, was massacring them. So when they start being born to give naturally, they all band together, and with the war with the with those old governments of old, those old archonic rulers of old, and fucked their asses up and wiped their asses out. And then they went and built New Azra, or the New Jerusalem, after their destruction, which lasted for about 450 something years. 450 something years before the Black Lotus, the archons that went up under the ground came back and destroyed it again. So, you got this. So, this is what you got going on. So, that's the warrior class. That's the warrior class. You also got another aspect of your melanin where you see a lot of people in the show that when they can heal and their energy is gold. And their eyes turn gold in the show. Now, I couldn't find no picture of that, of their eyes turning gold. See, when their eyes turn gold, that represents your phoenix force, your angelic side, your ability to heal, regenerate, ascend, become one with the force, become one with nature, become one with yourself, yada 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 yada. That's what that aspect. So that's the light side of your melanin, the soul. The divine spark inside of you. You see what I'm saying? That divine light. You see what I'm saying? That primordial, that divine primordial light inside of you that you use to ascend and set yourself free, your consciousness free. So you see a lot of the monks in the show, they're using the light side of the force a lot. See what I'm saying? To heal themselves, to shut. They can actually use the light side of the force to shut down the dark ones. See what I'm saying? They can hit different pressure points on their body, and it cuts off their it cuts off the gift. You see what I'm saying? It cuts off their melanin. It'll shut down their melanin. So that's what you got going on. And so the masters of the light side of the force, or their inner light, or their divine spark, their eyes glow gold. You see what I'm saying? And and they can, like I said, they can self-regenerate. They can do all type of cool things with their melanin. They can even free themselves, travel, astral project, go to other dimensions, do this, and that. You see what I'm saying? The list goes on. So those are. So you got the dark melanin, which is the warrior aspect of your melanin, tapping into your rage, your inner darkness, your inner pain, your inner suffering, summoning that shit to do different things. That dark force to do different things. And then you got the light force, your inner happiness, your inner joy, your inner soul, your inner light. You see what I'm saying? That you use to ascend, heal, achieve oneness and balance, and so on and so forth. You got both those aspects in the show. What's up, Byron? You got both those aspects in the show. So the next one that they show you is this one. Now her eyes are red. Now her name is Cressida. She's a high priestess of the show. See what I'm saying? She's the high priestess of the show. Now, there was a scene where the widow, who was one of the barons, she tell Lydia, who was one of the baron's wives in the show, but he was already dead at this point. So he joined with the widow. She joined with the widow. So she told Lydia to go assassinate fucking Cressida, right? So she go down there to assassinate Cressida, and Cressida begins to chant, and she used her magic to activate her gift. You see what I'm saying? She used a sacred spell to activate her gift, and she beat the shit out of that hoe. She beat the shit out of that hoe and killed that hoe in that motherfucker. I was like, damn. So I was like, these motherfuckers with this gift ain't no joke. With this melanin ain't no joke. So her eyes turned red. Straight root chakra on this bitch. The red glow around here. She showed enough that bitch. She showed enough. Playtime's over. Motherfucker, playtime is over. That's what she showed you in this show. She straight red glowed that ass, showed up that ass. Shit, beat the shit out of that hoe. So, she tapped in, showing you that she wasn't just a seer and a priestess and a wizard. She was a warrior too, so she was a warrior priestess. And she whooped that ass and killed that hoe, left that bitch for dead and left that motherfucker. told her, may you become one with Azra and dipped. I was like, damn, that's a cold motherfucker there. That's a cold motherfucker. And so, let's see what happens next. So Pilgrim goes on a warpath for the most part. He fucking shit up. He builds him an army of dark ones. He kills the master in the monastery. They go and take them out. MK is another character in the show who has the gift, and that motherfucker lost the ones and just killed the whole fucking boat of niggas. You see what I'm saying? Just murked the whole boat because he wasn't in control of his gift, so he just slaughtered everybody in there. Cause I think they attacked him in the boat. And when you get cut, you go into a berserker mode. Your gift automatically activates, and you go into a berserker mode, which y'all know about. When a person cuts you in the real world, what happened? Your adrenaline activates inside of you, and you go into a berserker mode, and you begin to fuck some shit up. You see what I'm saying? That's when shit gets real. When motherfuckers, when first blood is drawn. That's when you go into, that's when your melanin activate and you black out and you start fucking shit up. That's actually a true ability. That's actually a true, this show, a lot of people was like, is this mysticism or is this science? It's both. Mysticism and science. See what I'm saying? It's both mysticism and science. Your melanin is a weapon. Your melanin is a healer. Your melanin is a wizard, a magi. Your melanin is all. You see what I'm saying? Your melanin is one force, one unified singular intelligence. And it has multiple aspects to it. And they showed you this in the show. See what I'm saying? It was a healer. It was a weapon. It was a spell. You see what I'm saying? It was a ritual. It was all these things. Everybody was using their melanin in different ways, doing different things, and showing you what they was about. You see what I'm saying? So this is what you got going on with this particular show. So yeah, like I said, Pilgrim going on a warpath. You know, he going on a warpath because he trying to rebuild Azra. Now Azra, this New Jerusalem, when the White Lotus sacked it. How did the White Lotus sack it? They caught the original White Lotus spies and killed 2 out of 3 of them. One of them motherfuckers, they had Sunzo or Sonny to fucking, he was supposed to kill one of them, and instead of killing this motherfucker, he let him go. So he escaped and came back with an army of Black Lotus members and sacked the city. They destroyed the city and killed everybody. Well, almost everybody, except for Pilgrim, Cressida, and Sonny and his sister Kanan. So there was only 4 members. So literally, he's literally a traitor to Azra. You see what I'm saying? He's literally a traitor because instead of killing that motherfucker like his daddy told him, he let him go. He freed the enemy. And the enemy turned on him as soon as he grabbed that motherfucker. He grabbed his ass, threw his ass to a rock. And that fucked up, that fucked him up here, and his gift was sealed within him. He couldn't even use his gift no more. So, and his dad told him, you supposed to be a killer. You an assassin. Well, he tried to avoid that fate and still became a killer and an assassin for lower beings. You see what I'm saying? For lower beings. So this is what we talking about. This is what we talking about. So, you know, and they glorify this motherfucker in the show. Like, he that nigga. This nigga's a traitor. This nigga is the cause of all the dark ones, the melanated ones, being slaughtered. And everybody still glorify this nigga like he right. Like he was in the right. You know, like what he did was righteous or some shit. This nigga got everybody killed. He got everybody murked. You know, there's only 4 of y'all left now, thanks to this nigga. You see what I'm saying? The High Priestess, Pilgrim, fucking him, and Kanan. So they the only 4 left from that particular paradigm. And they was like, well, you know, what's up, K.R.U.? They was like, well, you know, the Azrites was about to go out and launch a campaign to kill off the rest of the world because, you know, the rest of the world was trying to kill them. So they was going to go out and launch a campaign just to murk everybody. They was just about to go assassinate everybody. Fuck that shit. Because everybody else but in the old world, all they did was kill them. All they did was murder them. All they did was steal their kids and blood sacrifice. This sound familiar? You see what I'm saying? This sound familiar? Ain't that happening to the star seeds right now? Star gods and goddesses now? You know? So who haven't came into themselves, they get them before they come into themselves, kidnap them, blood sacrifice them, whatever. The list goes on what they do to them, right? So, when they band together and built their city and gained enough power, they was about to launch a crusade to fuck all their asses up. You see what I'm saying? Just be done with it. And so they can live in peace and harmony. Because even during that 450 years of enlightenment, they still had to deal with these motherfuckers trying to kill them. Because the Black Lotus clan was trying to hunt them down. You know what I'm saying? The last of the cabal that goes on the ground and comes out was trying to hunt them down. So you know, you got to see what's going on here. You got to understand what's happening here. They call themselves a holy order. Oh, y'all were the reason why the old world failed. The old world wasn't shit. Hell, you weren't saying shit when y'all was killing us and murdering us and pillaging and plundering and destroying our fucking cities. You see what I'm saying? Nobody said nothing then. But when we rose up and fucked this shit up, fucked up the old world, then now everybody got a problem with us. You know, you see what I'm saying? Now they got a problem with us. Because we destroyed their hellacious matrix. You see what I'm saying? We destroyed their hellacious matrix. So that's what you got going on here. So, you know, that's how Azra got destroyed. Thanks to fucking Sonny, the traitor. I don't give a damn what they said. They glorifying the traitor in this story. The traitor gets glorified, but the true son, who's Pilgrim, who is doing what the elders taught him, the ancestors telling him, is trying to do what? He trying to rebuild Azra. You see what I'm saying? He trying to rebuild Azra. And you know, if y'all want to know what Azra mean, Azra, Oz is another way of saying chaos, which is another reference to melanin. Melanin's name of chaos intelligence. So that's another reference to melanin, and Ra means sun or soul. So it's the melanated souls. You see what I'm saying? That's all Azra mean. It's just a conglomeracy of melanated souls. That's all Azra was. A city or civilization of the melanated souls. So even in the post-apocalyptic world, they were still being hunted. They were still being hunted by these motherfuckers. So, cause you know, even though they was thriving, they was in their so-called golden age, or entering their golden age, they still had to deal with these motherfuckers trying to take them out. So they decided, said, fuck it, we gonna launch a crusade. Around the world and just wipe these motherfuckers out, cause we sick of them hunting us. Which you gonna get sick of motherfuckers hunting you and taking you out and doing this shit. So enters Pilgrim. Pilgrim finds the long lost Meridian Chamber. Now the Meridian Chamber, according to their storyline, was they gave the ability to people who didn't naturally have the gift. They was able to, a person who did have the gift could transfer some of their melanated force into them and activate and pass that melanin gene or that melanin energy into them, and they could activate the gift inside of them. You see what I'm saying? So, and you could build your army of dark ones with this, or melanated ones with this, right? So, they said in the old world, this is the cause of destruction in the old world. This unruly melanin power, this, you know, we gave the gift to everybody, and some of the motherfuckers, what they saying is that we try to give a gift of melanin or the treasures of darkness to everybody, and when we try to do that, a lot of these motherfuckers rebelled against us and killed us off. That's basically what they saying here. Well, you know, Pilgrim was like, well, we trying to resolve that now, you know, so we're gonna create our melanated ones, our dark ones, to destroy these old civilizations, which pretty much for the most part they had destroyed themselves anyway. Yeah, it was a civil war. It was 5 barons in the first season. By the time Pilgrim had came along, it was 2 barons. You see what I'm saying? And everybody was either part of Child's coalition or they was part of the Widows coalition. And they was at straight warfare with each other. And eventually, they killed, the Widow kills Child, and there's only one Baron left now. And she the last Baron standing, and she's supposed to help rebuild the world. She was also a dark one, a melanated one. So you got a lot going on. So this is where it gets kind of fucked up. Pilgrim goes on his crusade to take these motherfuckers out so he can rebuild Azra in peace. So the melanated ones can rebuild in peace without these motherfuckers intervening. So of course, everybody that he knows and loves will betray him by the end of this season. My nigga just came in the first season, and I've never seen a motherfucker get betrayed as much as he got betrayed in them 16 episodes that he showed up. You see what I'm saying? 16 episodes, Sonny betrayed him. Kanan betrayed him. You already had opposition in he already had opposition with the master or Ada in the monastery. He had opposition with the Widow. He already had enemies, but then his own people turned on him. You see what I'm saying? Then even Cressida, his divine feminine energy, even she turned on him at the end of the show because she claims that he lost his way. She seen into the future where he would destroy the world and he would lose himself, so to speak, and he would even kill her. I was like, but how you know that's you? You listen to this crazy, you listen to this crazy motherfucking Sonny's crazy ass sister, and she programmed that shit in you, and you went to see the vision, and you seen a vision of him killing you. But how you know that's you? How you know that there was another person that you was embodying and he killed? You see what I'm saying? She didn't think the vision through. So she let her fear get the best of her, and she abandoned fucking Pilgrim when he needed her the most. So everybody abandoned him. Everybody abandoned him. And I noticed this, his first opposition before anybody, they always put their art of war in there. They had the black woman turn on him first, which is the master in the monastery, Ada. They had her turn on him first. You see what I'm saying? Before anybody. And then she went and gathered fucking an army to war against him. She raised awareness to take him down. You see what I'm saying? She was the one who let everybody else know that, y'all don't need to be fighting each other, y'all need to be fighting him. Once again, using the black woman, they always do this. See what I'm saying? Using that feminist energy to shut down the rise of the black god energy. You see what I'm saying? Or the natural black god. And even use that energy to infect the natural black goddess's mind, so even she betrayed him. You see what I'm saying? They always doing this. That glorious Steinem that corrupt feminism. You see what I'm saying? That you see in these TV shows. If you do your history on feminism, it just started off in the 1800s with men and women fighting for women's rights. Because they was treating women like dog shit back in the day. But by the time black women even got involved in it, it was already usurped by the CIA. And Gloria Steinem was a fucking CIA agent. So she trained different black women, and they became CIA assets, and they began to write anti-black man rhetoric, or books, as y'all said. And they would publish these books, and these books would get popular, and they would sell these books to the natural black woman, and they would read these books. They would go on to read these books, and that's what developed hatred and separation between the black man and the black woman. They started this campaign in the late 70s, and it's been building ever since. So that's what caused that's one of the things that caused a lot of the divide in the black family when they started releasing this anti-black man fucking rhetoric. And previously, we talking about the Black Panther Party, the revolution. Black man just died, sacrificed, fought for y'all, and next thing you know is black man rhetoric. They ain't doing shit for us now. They not doing this for us. So we just forgot about fucking the last 20, 30, the last 70 years of us fighting, huh? of us warring with these motherfuckers. We just erase that shit and listen to these motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you got going on with this corrupt feminism. And this corrupt Gloria Steinem version of feminism has usurped natural feminism, and goddamn, now you got this it has been going on ever since. It's been 3 to 4 ways of this shit. Now you got this new age feminism, which is the worst version of all. You see what I'm saying? In the Me Too movement, social justice warriors, all that other shit they got going on. You see what I'm saying? So they put this in the show. They put this in the show. Oh, when the black woman, they always give you this program, and they do it for both. They would do it for both sides. Either the black man is rising, and they gonna put in this fucking art of war propaganda that when the black man needs the black woman the most, she betray him. Or when the black woman is rising and she need the black man the most, she betray her. He betray her. They always giving you this art of war. They always giving you this art of war because they made the black woman literally the leader of the resistance against the black man in this TV show. Yeah, she was the leader of the resistance. She died for the cause. You see what I'm saying? He went and took her out for good reason, because she was the leader of the resistance that was trying to fuck him up. So and she trained motherfuckers literally to attack him. You know, she told him you a perversion, you this, you that. The gift don't belong to you. How the fuck the gift don't belong to him? He a black man, and the gift started with us first. We had it before anybody. You see what I'm saying? So then, yeah, like I said, the Asian woman came into the picture who was our son and sister, and she went in there to sow seeds of doubt. So, you know, up until that point, Pilgrim and Cressida was like this. You see what I'm saying? They was like this. But then she came into the picture, and she just caused a disruption in their relationship. And when she caused a disruption, that disconnect, then Cressida went and seen his vision, and she seen Pilgrim killing her. Knowing good goddamn well Pilgrim ain't gonna kill her. But it was the fear of what Kanan said to her that led to the vision. The vision was based off fear. See what I'm saying? Your vision show you when you emotional like that, it don't show you what it is. It show you what you think it may be. And when your vision show you what you think it may be, it's gonna be you being fucked up or whatever. See, visions can work like this. It can either work off your emotional state and your visions be corrupted, or it can show you what is. See, she thought she was seeing what is, but no, she was seeing her emotional fear, her secret fear now. Inside her vision, because up to this point, her visions was the fucking truth, because she had clarity of mind and heart. But this Asian woman came in and sowed seeds of doubt in her mind and heart, and when she started seeing her visions became corrupted. And so she seen a vision of fucking Pilgrim killing her. And Pilgrim like, what the fuck is you talking about? Pilgrim like, you killed me. She brought it to his attention, you killed me. Pierre look at her and like, the fuck is you talking about now? The fuck is you talking about? You my nigga. What you talking about? I'm gonna kill you. Well, after you get you destroying everything, you supposed to be an asshole. You're supposed to destroy everything. You know, everybody don't think like us or be like us. And she don't understand. No, the reason why he got like that is because everybody in this show had turned against him. So it was at this point, it was black or white. It was either them or him. You see what I'm saying? It was them or him. So it was either I fucked them up or they fucked me up. And all of a sudden, she let this Asian woman get into her head, and she can't see that now. She can't see that, nah, these motherfuckers is choosing to fight against me. So I have to be prepared. So, you know, this is what's going on. What's up, Mike? What's up, Diana? This is what's going on here in this TV show. So, you know, when he needed her the most, when he started fighting Sonny and Kanan and Baji, then, you know, she ran off with all the scrolls and teachings and shit. She hopped on the boat and dipped. You see what I'm saying? You know, they always get a black woman rewards for turning on us at the last minute. or they give the black man rewards for turning on the black woman when she rising in her TV shows. You see what I'm saying? They do both. In this case, they doing it for the black man. So, but up to and they always get into their heads. You see what I'm saying? They always come in. These agents always come in and sow seeds of doubt. You see what I'm saying? There was no doubt between them that they was doing the right thing. And she gonna tell her, well, you supposed to be the seer, but when it comes to Pilgrim, you more blind than anything. She went blind. He was right. Y'all motherfuckers is fucking this shit up. Y'all was literally at war with each other, killing each other off 5 minutes ago. The only reason y'all getting together to fight Pilgrim is because Ada came in and got y'all together to fight him. She created this resistance, and she died for her crime. She didn't get killed because, she didn't get killed because she was a monk on a monastery chilling. She got killed because she betrayed the ancestors of Azra, who she knew nothing about, because she wasn't from Azra. She was from somewhere else. So she intervening in matters that didn't have nothing to do with her. She should have set her ass on the mountain and chilled out, and she would have never had that problem. They would have never came to her doorstep. But now now all this shit going on in the Badlands for two seasons. Now she want to fucking intervene on what's going on, and these niggas that pretty much virtually killed themselves off. You see what I'm saying? By them, without Pilgrim even coming into the picture. But he's a perversion. He fucking up. So we gotta stop him. But we ain't gonna stop the fucking 2 seasons of slaughter that was going on before Pilgrim got here. That's why you gotta think. That's what we talking about right there. When a black man and black woman rise up, when they get together, when they make their resistance, now everybody got to go do something about it. But when motherfuckers was sitting here slaughtering each other for 2 seasons, nobody lifted a finger. No mystical nigga came to rescue nobody. They just let them do whatever the fuck they want to do. They just mortals killing each other. All them do whatever the fuck they want to do. When the black guys come on the scene, the goddesses come on the scene, now everybody's scared. You see what I'm saying? You got peep game here. You got peep game as to what they did here. She literally at the end of season 2, she literally the widow and child was warring with each other. She literally stopped that war with each other to save the widow, because she wanted to recruit the widow to fight, because she already knew her. So she literally saved the widow. I'm like, you could have did that fucking 2 seasons ago. I mean, you could, if you so cared about the Badlands, like she said she cared about the Badlands, she could have resolved this shit a long time ago. You got an army of dark ones at your disposal, like Pilgrim had. But this gift is not for it's to set us free, which is true. But shit, the world is burning all around you, and you ain't doing nothing about it. So one day it may even come to your doorstep. You see what I'm saying? Or the world may be so fucked up that if you do come down, it ain't nothing left. So, you gotta see what they doing in these TV shows. They telling you that the greatest threat to this world is the black man and black woman and the black child. They telling you in these TV shows, whether it's Into the Badlands or Alter Carbon or Black Lightning or Luke Cage, it is what it is. You see what I'm saying? The black man and black woman is the greatest threat to this system. They showing you the melanated man and woman are the greatest threats to this system. That's what they showing you here. My boy said in the show, they was talking about faith and shit. That nigga said faith is for mortals. A God has only himself to believe in. You see what I'm saying? So there you go. So of course they crucified him in the show, turned him into El Cristo Negro, Black Jesus, like always, killed him off, and the usual shit. Stopped him from rebuilding the city of gold. Once again, the city of God, the New Jerusalem. Always stopping the melanated ones from rising. That they hell bent on this in any paradigm, whether it's the past, whether it's the present, whether it's post-apocalyptic future, always stopping the rise of the melanated guys. These motherfuckers stopped their war to go war with us. You see what I'm saying? They stopped their war to go war with us. That's how crazy it is. And yeah, like I said, they had the black woman. They always had a melanated, these Moors. You see what I'm saying? These dirty Moors that you see in this show. They always had these groups. These boule, these archons, these black archons always coming in to shut down your shit when you doing what you supposed to be doing. You trying to bring back the new golden age. That's all he was preaching. We gotta destroy the old world as we know it and usher in the golden age. And everybody will rise up. You see what I'm saying? And we'll rebuild the city of gold, the city of God. But in order for you to create, you gotta destroy all these motherfuckers. And it ain't like they was doing something good with the world. They were killing each other, slaughtering each other for resources, murdering each other. They were murder, pillage, and plunder for 2 seasons. Before Pilgrim showed up in the 3rd season. Literally murder, pillage, and plunder. There was no fucking narrative for real the first 2 seasons but them killing each other. You see what I'm saying? But war. But civil war between them. Only when Pilgrim showed up do they call themselves uniting. You see what I'm saying? For one cause and one force. And they had the melanated archon. Who had nothing to do with the situation. She wasn't a child of Azra. She went from Azra. It had nothing to do with her. But she felt the need to intervene in some shit that she had no business intervening in, and it cost her life. You see what I'm saying? It cost her life. And she had no reason to be there. She had no reason to be in it. She had nothing to do with that particular situation. But that's them boule archons for you. You see what I'm saying? Them black archons for you. Always coming in and leading the charge against you. Everybody else had civil war with each other, and they go and stop their civil wars and tell them that, nah, we got a greater enemy, which is you, black man and black woman, the day walkers, the natural soul beings and soul warriors. And that's what you're seeing in this TV show. You fuck what we doing right now. We put our differences aside. We gotta go fuck that motherfucker up. You see what I'm saying? We gotta go fuck up these soul beings before they rise to power and wipe us out. I was like, but y'all already wiping each other out. You see, what is y'all talking about? What is y'all talking about? Y'all was wiping each other out for 2 seasons. It was 5 fucking territories at the beginning of this show. By the time Pilgrim got here, it was only 2. You see what I'm saying? So y'all had already wiped each other out. Y'all didn't need fucking Pilgrim. For real. Pilgrim could have just waited for a fucking another season, then y'all all would have killed each other off. You see what I'm saying? Y'all see where I'm coming from? Y'all all would have killed each other off, or it would have been one Baron left, and if Child had won, it would have been a fucking slave. She would have turned everybody into slaves. And fucking human trafficking. You see what I'm saying? She was, they was real fucked up. They was a real fucked up family. They was human trafficking and everything. So keeping motherfuckers in cages, all type of shit. That real cabalish, archonic energy. So hey, really all you had to do was just sit it out for a little bit. But Baji summoned them to the Badlands, and that's when they came and fucked shit up. So that's what you got going on here. That's what you got going on. So, always trying to stop the rise of the star gods and goddesses. Always, in every TV show you see this. It's always trying to, they always trying to stop their rise. Always trying to create imbalance between the feminine and the masculine energy in the black race. Always trying to, They always working to shut us down. They always go and get one of our own that they've trained to take us out. CIA assets, boule members. You see what I'm saying? FBI agents. They are blackface motherfuckers. They go and get everybody to war with just us. You see what I'm saying? That's why a lot of black people be internalized. That's why the whole black race is internalized right now. We be focusing on ourselves. We don't be studying their asses. Because we all know they've proven to us over history that They don't have our backs. You see what I'm saying? And even a lot of the so-called good ones, when shit pop off, they disappear. Just like they show you in these shows. When shit pop off, these other races seemingly disappear on your ass. They got your back up until shit get real. When shit get real, they disappear on you. So yeah, you always got these black archons in the shadows monitoring you, you know, making sure you don't get too powerful, making sure you continue to work for this system. And you know your Jesse Jacksons, your that CIA agent, that W.E.B. Du Bois and all them motherfuckers. You know, CIA agents who shut down the UNIA. You have different CIA agents for different eras. You know, you had the CIA agents who shut down Marcus Garvey, United Negro Association. His UNIA. You had agents who came in and took out fucking Noble Drew Ali, and these all bootleg archons. All these were CIA assets. You know, COINTELPRO, all these motherfuckers. You had motherfuckers come in and assassinate, CIA agents come in and assassinate Malcolm X. They tell you the Nation of Islam killed Malcolm X. But according to the case, there was already a bullet in him before they even shot their guns. So somebody assassinated him before they even killed Malcolm X. So CIA, FBI always working to take you down. So, don't even get me started on the Black Panther Party. That was probably the greatest massacre of enlightened beings at one time in the last 150 years. You see what I'm saying? In the last 150 years, they just came out, just started murking niggas, murking our leaders left and right. Al Prentice, Bunchy Carter, and various other political leaders at the time. Fred Hampton, so on and so forth. We can go on all day. See what I'm saying? And they had their black feminists infiltrate the Black Panther Party, which is why it fell apart in the early 80s, because these black feminists came in to the Black Panther Party and they started feeding anti-black man rhetoric to the black woman, and they started leaving the Black Panther Party. Because remember, the Black Panther Party at this point was mostly women, because they had either killed off the black man, locked him up, or drove him into exile at this point in time. So the Black Panther Party was mostly black women at this point. You see what I'm saying? So they came in and started infecting the black woman's mind with anti-black man hate rhetoric, and a lot of them left. And so when all the women started leaving in mass, they had to shut down the Black Panther Party in 1982. That's what killed the Black Panther Party. See what I'm saying? That corrupt black feminism that was spearheaded by Gloria Steinem. You see what I'm saying? Gloria Steinem. So and don't believe me, shit, go fucking read the article. It's literally called Black Feminism, CIA, and Gloria Steinem. And it's literally all the shit she did. And she even come out and tell you that she's a CIA agent. You see what I'm saying? It's literally articles in there saying she came out and said she's a CIA agent, and she came to do this, and that. And she was doing this, and that for them. You know, this, that, and the third for they motherfucking asses. So don't believe me. You know, go Google that shit. Go pull up the article and see for yourself what she was doing. You see what I'm saying? She wasn't just fucking up. She wasn't just fucking us up. She was fucking her own people up. So you know. She was dangerous. She was corrupting college students in the 60s. She was doing all type of shit. She was creating riots and all type of crazy ass shit that she was doing. So that's what happened to the Black Panther Party. If y'all want to know why they disbanded because of this black feminist movement that rose up in the late 70s, and they sent these black women in, these CIA agents, these archons that they had trained to be archons at this point. They had became bootleg archons, sent them in there, had them, and they started giving them these books and shit, and started feeding them anti-black man rhetoric. And a lot of these women left and joined the black feminist movement, and most of the Black Panther Party was women at this point. So when all the black women started leaving en masse, then there wasn't enough men left to maintain the Black Panther Party, so it shut down. So it was literally, that's literally what happened to the Black Panther Party. You see what I'm saying? If y'all want to know the truth about what happened to the Black Panther Party, it was internal strife that was sold by the CIA and Gloria Steinem and her and the black women that she corrupted. You see what I'm saying? So definitely, y'all gotta research this crazy ass shit that they was doing in the fucking late 70s, early 80s, in the COINTELPRO. Oh, let's not forget COINTELPRO. Fucking these motherfuckers going around assassinating, killing, murdering, tracking down any Black Panther Party member they could and kill them off, send them drive them into exile, or lock them up. They was doing that shit well until the late 80s. You see what I'm saying? If y'all want to know what happened to all the Black Panther Party members, they was taking them out well into the late 80s. By the time Tupac came along, they was still taking out Black Panther Party members. You see what I'm saying? They was still taking out. And he talked about that in his music. You know what I'm saying? He talked about that in his music. So know what's going on. That's what they're showing you in these TV shows. That's what they're showing you in these TV shows here. So best believe, you gotta understand what's going on here. You see what I'm saying? You the masters that they scared of. You the masters of, there's literally a chapter in the Gnostic text that said the masters of the universe moved to Egypt in the West. And they built them a great city there. The great city is the United States. So you the masters of the universe because you left old Egypt, ancient Egypt, and came to the Egypt of the West, which is America. You see what I'm saying? Which was already in existence anyway. You see what I'm saying? You was already in existence even before ancient Egypt fell, or whatever, and the Nibiru came through. America was already thriving. So the master of the universe over there came over here and joined our masters of the universe, and we all fused together and became one people through intermixing and everything. And we built the great city. And we built the great few cities, because you got the old ancient America, and then you got the United States. We built the United States. Our technologists built this bitch, contrary to popular belief. You see what I'm saying? We built this motherfucker here. So we created schematics, technologies, hell, inventions, all this shit. Cracked scientific, mathematical equations, hell, the list goes on for what we did. So we rebuilt this version of the Matrix. You see what I'm saying? Which is why black people still have a love for the system, because our ancestors built the system. You see what I'm saying? But we gotta get rid of that love for the system, because we don't run this shit. These motherfuckers run this shit. These archons run this shit, and they fucking us up any chance they get. You see what I'm saying? They fucking us up any chance they get. So we gotta run this shit. We gotta take them out first, and then we can get back to building a newer, better version of America. You see what I'm saying? Or Mamaraka, the land of the soul spirits. You see what I'm saying? The great soul spirits, the great old ones, the original masters of the universe. So there y'all go. There y'all go. I'll take questions now. I'll take questions. What's up, Devarian? We the master of the universe. There you go. The shadow is my melanin monster domain. Them archons gonna get fucked up. They on my turf now. We activated now. It's a new age. We got the power. There you go. There you go. So any questions before I get up out of here? Varia, how soon till we get to build our own version? But we're gonna be wiped. This motherfucker gonna be wiped out within the next 3 to 5 years, definitely. If that, it may be the next 2 to 3 years the way this shit looking. At this point, cause we speeding up the timeline. There's no set time anymore. It's gonna happen when it's gonna happen at this point. Cause our consciousness has destroyed their construct of time. So 2020 could be 2120 at this point. How fast based on the mass consciousness that's going on. You see what I'm saying? So that's what's going on now. We manipulating the time so much that the prophesized time or the prophesized hour for their destruction or this matrix destruction could be at any moment. That's why they tell you that you don't know the time or the hour, because the consciousness, the star consciousness right now is so fucking strong, and it's breaking down the matrix at such an accelerated rate. You just don't know. You just don't know at this point. Hell, it can happen at any given moment. That's why they tell you to be prepared, be ready. You know, I'm gonna say that you at least got the rest of this year, because, you know, that fulfills the prophecy of 120 years or the 120 lessons. You see what I'm saying? So from 1900 to now, so you at least got the rest of this year. I'm gonna go off a limb and say, but next year definitely it's apocalypse time. You see what I'm saying? So, but don't think that this shit ain't falling apart. This shit ain't falling apart at accelerated rate. So yeah, there you go. Navarro, did you hear about the U.S. Space Defense Force being deployed this week? Where they going? She underground? Yeah. That's where they going. You see what I'm saying? The Space Defense Force, huh? Who they fighting? That's the $1 million question. Who they fighting? Who in space are they fighting? You see what I'm saying? Cause we ain't seen no enemies. So who they fighting? That's what I want to know. That's what you gotta ask. Like, what? All of a sudden you need a Space Defense Force. Who you fighting? Who you fight? Cause we on the ground with them. So what the fuck? Who you fighting in space? That requires you to all of a sudden put all your money, time, energy, effort to this so-called Space Force. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Shit. Who you think the U.S. Space Defense Force is fighting? The Anunnaki, the Nibirians, the Nibiru, the Rotonites, hell, shit, the Nemetians. Shit, all them suns y'all see out there, all have beings living in them. You know, shit, they said 72,000 ships in there with melanated warriors ready to go. Just like Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, the mother plane had 72,000 ships in that motherfucker. And now 72,000 ships is situated around the earth ready to go, locked and loaded at this time. You see what I'm saying? Locked and loaded. So they tell us ain't no such thing as ETs, but yet they got a Space Defense Force. Who the fuck you fighting? You just say it's a Space Force, you know, like Star Trek. We going out there to explore. It's a Space Defense Force. So that means you are defending yourself against some kind of enemy or some up-and-coming enemy. So who is this enemy? Because they won't tell us who the enemy is. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Or they do tell us, they say it's the Anunnaki. I ain't seen the Anunnaki roll through the hood yet and fuck some shit up. So, in my mind, they the enemy. Because we the ones we have a problem with them. We don't have a problem with the Anunnaki. You see, if Anunnaki ain't making my life hard, they making my life hard. Shit. There you go. A little bird told me they left in a hurry to go fight up there. The U.S. Space Defense Force hiding something. Yeah, they hiding the fact that they fighting our ancestors, our extended melanated celestial family. Them but black gods and goddesses up there. Shit, straight war goddesses and war gods up there. You see what I'm saying? They fighting our extended melanated family. They ain't gonna tell you that. That's why they launched a campaign to shut down black consciousness. See what I'm saying? Melanated consciousness. Cause they don't need that. The reason why, black consciousness is old. Black consciousness is not old because everything come from the melanated race. You see what I'm saying? The original melanated race who ran this planet. So black consciousness will never be old. You see what I'm saying? If anything, white consciousness is old. If that's the case, shit, y'all got here last. And now y'all had y'all time and y'all seem to be fucking up. So now y'all shit is old. How we know it's old? Because y'all they paradigm is falling in their accelerated rate. So yeah, you gotta ask yourself who they fighting. It ain't just about them building the Space Force, so they said. Who they fighting? Shit, that's what I want to know. Who you fighting? Who you fighting? That caused you to fucking mobilize in such a hurry. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Devaria Rose, Little Bird says it's got something to do with the Van Allen belt. Like it's an artificial grid that I help is breaking through. Oh yeah. They can't get through the electromagnetic grid that fucking y'all the boys put up. And it's Archons. What's up, Jamie? You see what I'm saying? They can't seem to get through that. So the very trap that they set has become their own prison. They fucking leader put that up. They didn't put that up. The motherfuckers that they was worshiping put that up, which were the Archons, to trap them down here. So the very thing that they used to trap us down here has trapped them down here. So now they trying to get out. You know, they trying to break through their grid that they created. You see what I'm saying? That they archonic rulers created. You see what I'm saying? So cause most they archonic rulers dead now. You know, shit, they getting their asses kicked on the astral plane. You know, this astral war real right now. So, you know, you think Devarian Rose, you think the Van Allen belt is man-made? No, it's Archon-made. If you want to be precise, it's Archon-made. Archons and celestial vampires. They made the Van Allen belt. You see what I'm saying? They made that shit. So, to trap us down here. But now, they trapped down here with us, and they know we ticking time bombs. According to our psychic melanin and our souls. Our souls are a weapon of mass destruction, and our psychic melanin are super weapons of mass destruction. So they trying to get off the planet before we tick, explode and fuck this shit up. That's what they trying to do. See what I'm saying? They been trying to get off the planet. They got stargates and shit, you know, to go home, but they can't even go home because they're disgraced there too. They fucking up everywhere. So yeah, they got stargates. I was like, why you just don't use the stargates to leave? Yeah, take y'all ass back home. They can't go home because they're disgraced there too. So shit. So yeah. If the Van Allen belt gets blown up and disappears, will the planet suffer? It ain't gonna suffer no more than it's already suffering. Shit. But the Van Allen belt ain't going nowhere till it's prophesied time. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. So you see ships, which the ships are already here, they just cloaked. See what I'm saying? And if y'all don't know what our ships look like, they usually look like stars. You know, energetic stars or energetic balls of light in the sky. Now their ships, if they do have ships, they gonna look like metal. It's just gonna be physical. Whether it's round or triangular or whatever, they gonna be physical ships. They not gonna be starships. There's a difference between spaceships and starships if they do have a space force, you know. So they said we're gonna go off of a limb and give them the benefit of the doubt and say they do have a space force. They do have a space force, then their ships are going to be physical. Meaning that they're going to be made of metal. You see what I'm saying? Iron. So, but our ships are not made of metal or iron. Our ships are made of pure energy. See what I'm saying? They pure balls of energy that will fuck this shit up. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So definitely. So if they going to war with fucking, they so-called going to war with our people. You see what I'm saying? And they got the audacity to try to recruit us to fight in their celestial war against our own people. I mean, damn. How disrespectful can you be? How disrespectful can you be to recruit us to fight our own people? I mean, damn. It don't get no worse than that. It don't get no more ruthless than that. The Vari Rose Macabre shaped like the Star of David. Right. Some of them shaped like stars, some of them shaped like circles and squares. Energetic triangles, you know, it depends on what they riding in, but they starships. They energetic, they literal energetic vehicles of light. You see what I'm saying? And they look just like sacred geometrical shapes. Versus these motherfucking starships, if they do have a space force, they're gonna be made of metal. They're going to be physical triangles, physical squares, physical circles. You know, shit like your car. Go outside and look at your car. All right, take that idea of the car and transform it into a spaceship. It's going to be either triangular, square, whatever. So if these motherfuckers do got a spaceship, just believe, these motherfuckers, you know, trying to get you to war with your own people, like they always trying to do. That's what this whole campaign is about. It's always a sob story. I always tell y'all that. The worst thing they got for y'all is a sob story, a soap opera, because they know everybody loves a good drama. Oh, your Anunnaki gods are working against you, but you ain't seen that one Anunnaki roll through the hood. Your Neo-Rubians are working against you. This, and that. This, and the third. Always trying to get you to turn against yourselves, your people, your beings. And you ask them where the proof is, they disappear on your ass. You see what I'm saying? Like, well, what the enemies is? Like, you got us fight motherfuckers we ain't seen yet. What they look like? Well, who we fight? You don't even have any idea who you fighting, what they look like. So, you know, for all we know, we could be fighting anybody or anything. Shit, yeah, you could be fighting other humans for all you know. Because it's hearsay. You ain't seen them. You don't know what they look like. They won't give you no pictures, no ideas. They just saying this and saying that. So it's all hearsay. Once again. So there you go. There you go with these motherfuckers. So any other questions before we get up out of here? Well, y'all have no other questions? I'm Marvin Jones. Share this with your friends. Put the word out. Y'all can check out my other occult lectures at the Middle Now Order on YouTube. And I'm out. Peace.